Hey, what's up, guys? Rod J back again. Thanks for swinging by. Check out another video. Well, actually made it out to Chicago and made it back all in one piece. Had a great time. Got a chance to get out to Lagunitas, which I had mentioned previously. So I'm going to share some of that footage from what I shot here in a little bit. But just wanted to give you a rundown. Had some really good conversation out there. And thanks again to Kyle Cooney, who got me set up. I was able to take part in one of the tours, which does have a tasting part of it as well. So you get to go through the tasting room and do some different things there along those lines. Had a chance to have some good conversation also about Lagunitas. They're doing a lot of good things out there. We talked about how they're looking to expand to some of the overseas markets as well. And we also talked about, them being under Heineken. And the thing is with them, they're actually under the Heineken Europe part. Doesn't really do anything with the US. So it's kind of like all the stuff that you kind of hear about them out there, or people kind of saying things because they're part of Heineken. It's really more of just an asset move on Heineken Europe's part. Plus, they're opening a lot more doors for them. They don't do anything to affect them at the brewery, so they still are allowed to make the kind of beer they want to make. And speaking of making beer, talking with him and talking about the owner out there for you guys that are making beer at home, Tony, I forgot what his last name is. I probably should have known it before I shot the video. But anyway, he started with a 5-gallon beer kit. So he ended up starting with a 5-gallon beer kit and ended up burning down his kitchen pretty much. Wife didn't want him to make beer there. He ended up moving out to another area, ended up brewing on a bigger scale, ended up killing a septic tank out in that area. The town didn't want him there anymore. So the third time is where he ended up out in Petaluma. And when they started out and everything, it was like, it ties back to Lagunitas. I'm trying to think back from the tour, but made mention of how Lagunitas is actually one of the Spanish towns he had actually been in, which was the one I believe he got ran out of out in California. But a neat little trivia or facts there as well. They have so much different things going on. I mean, when you're on that tour, you get to see everything pretty much from a bird's eye view, which you'll see from some of the shots as you're looking down on things. One of the cool things we actually saw, they're actually using robots in some of their stuff to actually move a lot of the pallets around. So we end up seeing 2 or 3 of them actually at work. They have 1,100 employees through Lagunitas. So they are definitely building up and providing what they can for their employees to grow. And, as you hear things about the whole beer, if there's a bubble, if there's things happening, they're definitely moving forward in a positive way and got a lot of really good things taking place. You get a real good vibe with the brewery. The brewery had a lot of good things just happening. It was a good diversity throughout the brewery. And it was just kind of like a nice warm feeling when you're at Lagunitas. They don't shy away from the marijuana past, so to speak. So we had some fun talking about some of that stuff there too. And again, we got into a little discussion of how they started the undercover shutdown and just things along those lines. And speaking of that, the THC water that we talked about, that's actually still only going to be available in California. However, it may actually get rolled out to Canada with the changes that Canada has now on their laws and recreational marijuana. So all my buddies are in Canada. That might be something you see coming your way at some point. But that all being said, a great time, great exposure. Again, Kyle, thanks for setting it all up. And I'll go ahead and take you guys into some of the images that I saw out there. I look forward to catching you guys next time. Cheers.